All right. Well, welcome to our first session for a new campaign. It is really exciting to have everybody together, and we're hopefully going to have a lot of fun tonight. This is a School of the Mind campaign, and it's called the Two Crowns, and this is the first trial. So the basic idea of this campaign is it's set in the Forgotten Realms in northern Kingdom of Impiltur. And this group of heroes is working together because they are part of the King's Warswords and have basically taken on a new challenge, which is to enter into what is called the Labyrinth, to prove themselves as they work together and strive to overcome various challenges that are set there to test them and prove them. And if they pass the test, they will become what are called Swiftswords. Which is basically a very small group that can work on special projects that the king has in mind, or even projects that they can, come across. So it allows them to work as a team in a more versatile way. And each of these adventurers is kind of excited for this opportunity. They just got notice the night before that they were accepted for the challenge. So these have gotten up early in the morning, feeling a mixture of excitement and a little trepidation probably. And I'm just going to have them each introduce their characters briefly, and then we'll dive right in. Starting with Karen.
My name is Karen. I'm 18 or 17. It's hard to remember. I'm a human barbarian berserker also, and I like weapons.
Awesome. Let's go to Aaron.
I'm Vanji. I'm a fire genocide. I really hate the fact that we have to work as a team because I could have got this labyrinth done way faster by myself, probably. People think I'm a little hot-headed, but I wouldn't be if people weren't so stupid. And, well, let's just say that as soon as I'm a Swiftsword, they'll know who's boss.
All right. Going to Thomas.
I am Ajal Wunire, and I'm technically illegal. We'll go with that.
Right. Let me provide. I'm just going to jump in there just real quick. So just in context, the Kingdom of Impiltur, tieflings are considered, well, it's pretty rare. Let's just say that. Not only pretty rare, but a very exceptional situation here for this tiefling we'll get into later. So, okay, go ahead, Peter.
I'm Fang, an Aesmar monk, and I'm friends with Karen's older brother, and he kind of made me promise to take care of her kind of during this adventure, so we'll see how that goes.
All right, awesome. Well, we have one more character, which is a human cleric who is part of our party. He's kind of like a sidekick, and Aaron is going to be role-playing that character as well as a sidekick. Every party, at least in this, those who face the labyrinth, if they don't have a cleric, it's considered a death wish. So, so this group is smart enough to have their cleric. Anyway, so we're going to dive in, and like I said, our session 0, when we created the characters, we kind of had a scene at the end there that they got their acceptance letter. What we did not talk about, and this on the morning of, Karen and Ajal and Fang are leaving the inn together with the cleric to head towards their kind of rendezvous point. But as they're looking at the letter, which they breezed through the night before, they notice a detail that they had not really read carefully, which basically says that there will be a fifth party member who will meet them at the rendezvous point.
Well, I guess that's a good thing.
So one of those minor details that were overlooked as they read through and just looked for the accepted part of the letter. Karen, I'd love to hear your feelings. How does the barbarian respond when she notices this fact on the way?
I think it's pathetic that they think everything has to be traditional. Like, why can't we just be the first group that goes into the labyrinth as 4 people? We would have done great either way, but I guess it's fine. Maybe they'll be helpful.
Right. All right. So you guys, head down to. It's actually towards the ocean. The rendezvous point is right on the beach, and that doesn't surprise you because you know the position of the labyrinth has always been known to you guys, at least for the past year or so. Most people know the general vicinity of where it is, even if they haven't been to it. So as you get down to the beachfront, you will find this opportunity to meet Vanji, the rogue, okay, who is going to meet you there. And I'd love to give you guys a chance to meet each other and maybe describe who they see. Aaron, if you want to describe yourself to them.
So Vanji his skin is crimson. It's like a dark blood red. And his eyes are obviously very visible. They almost glow. His hair is the most interesting because it looks like little tiny embers are crackling through it. It fades from black to orange. And he's not necessarily built super strong. He's average height, but a small build. Doesn't necessarily look like a warrior.
Great. And I will say for Karen and for all 3 of you, why don't you make a history check, okay, your first check of the game. None of you, I don't believe, have seen a creature like this, but you've probably heard of. So just let me know what you get on that.
I got a 14.
14?
I rolled an 8.
3.
Okay. So yeah, Peter, your character remembers you've heard of this race before. There's 4 different types, fire and water and so on, right? And so you're kind of familiar with this, but the other 2, you're not really. You're kind of taken aback, especially by his appearance, that he appears to be kind of on fire at all times. So anything you guys, the other character that you see there is an old soldier. He's standing a little bit closer to the ocean, and you see a boat. It's not a very large rowboat, actually. It's just a rowboat. You see he is dressed in the official, king's garb, basically. He's one of, not just a soldier, but apparently from one of the inner circles. Based on his uniform, you're aware that he looks pretty old, though. You're kind of surprised at how old he is, but he definitely looks strong. Not somebody to be trifled with, even in his older years. And he's just standing there with his arms, kind of his hands on his hips and just waiting. Yeah. So he's just standing there. If you guys, anything you want to say to this, I don't know if you guys want to role play the meeting part, or just move on.
You are a 5th party member?
Yeah, who are you?
Took you guys long enough.
Hi.
I thought you guys were supposed to be up and early.
It is early. Look, that's the moon right there.
Been waiting here at least a couple hours.
Well, that was some
Did
sleep
you
you
not
could.
read the letter?
Sorry, what?
Did you not read the letter?
I can read.
Sure.
So yeah, you guys, it is
More than that.
about daybreak now. The sun is just barely, starting to rise.
Okay, maybe I mistook the sun for the moon. I don't really know where that comment came
So-
from.
No, the moon.
Well-
The moon is definitely still there. You saw the moon.
Okay.
It was, it's still like half, partly visible there in the sky. So yeah. So your party is now a group of 5. You're going the traditional route, at least, but non-traditional in some sense, as far as the composition of your group, right? So, and that's something that you all would notice and kind of recognize from the outset, that your group does kind of stand out in the sense of the races that are represented and what that really means. So you can at least feel comfort that you'll go down in the history books for some reasons, okay, if not for the lesser number, okay.
Or horrendous deaths.
All right, so the man standing by the rowboat, as you guys kind of get to know each other for a moment, he doesn't really say anything, but you kind of hear him clearing his throat, and that kind of indicates his impatience with you as you're chatting with each other.
I kind of see, Vanji kind of sees Ijal and kind of frowns, realizing who he is and what he is.
Right. The man over by the rowboat now calls out and says, "My name is Sergeant Marley. You're to get on the boat now."
Don't have to tell me twice.
"Let's move out, soldiers." So as you guys board the boat, it seems pretty secure and stable. It's totally empty except for the little benches you can sit upon. You can put your gear down, and he's going to be rowing the boat. So he grabs the oars and starts pushing you guys out into the ocean. And at this time of day, as you all would already know, having you guys have been done various trainings and stuff at the ocean and things. So at morning time, usually around this time is it's pretty close to the change of the tide. So you guys are going out. You still have some of that favor of the water receding, but it's almost time for it to change its path. So anything you guys want to talk about or talk to? The sergeant is quiet. He doesn't really say anything to you guys, but if you want to try to engage in conversation, you can.
Yeah, where are the monsters? What gives? Like, how long before we start?
And he's rowing the boat home. He just smiles. He's like, "Oh, you'll get plenty of monsters. No worries there. We're not too far." So if you guys, anyway, if you want to make a perception check, if you want to look around, you can. It's kind of a low mist over the ocean at this time. It's kind of a cold morning, and but you can still see pretty well. The sky is fairly clear.
Question.
Yeah.
Are we, when we roll, is it supposed to be higher or lower? Are we doing it like last time?
Higher, yeah, for this.
Oh, well, I just got a 19, so.
19.
I got an 18.
Okay. So yeah, both for Fang and Karen, you notice that, beyond this kind of mist and not too far away, you can actually see the gray wall of the labyrinth kind of in the distance. It's probably only about maybe a mile away from you guys at this point. And so, you can kind of see that in the distance. It's right, fairly close to the edge of the coast there. And you kind of can recognize that you've seen the labyrinth, from a distance before. So you guys are getting closer and closer as he rows you there. If there's no other conversation, we will just fast forward. Any other discussion you guys want to have before you get to
I
Sergeant.
like sitting by myself, so no.
What's your name again, Mr. Sergeant Boy? I don't remember his name. The sergeant's name. Sorry, Mike is weird.
Oh yeah, Sergeant Marley.
If, how long have you been like part of this boat riding thing?
He smiles. He's
It's
like,
like a demon not to be able to strike up conversations.
yeah, he seems unfazed by anything. He just says, well, everybody knows I've always loved rowing. So this is one of my most favorite jobs is getting people out here. Besides, I like to see new recruits.
That's nice, I guess.
More like depressing. That sounds so boring.
You do notice he's probably about, you guess, for his race, you can guess he's about 55. So based on your understanding of like the soldiers, he's really close to retirement, if not like a little bit beyond it. Most of the time it's around 55 for humans, at least, that
No.
kind of be emeritus, soldier type of a thing. So, but he definitely, he looks like he's seen quite a few battles. He has a few scars you see on his arms and hands, and definitely, despite his age, he's not having any trouble rowing this boat. He's like, he's really strong guy. So you guys are making good time. You get, you're now approaching, you can kind of see you're working your way a little bit past the closest wall of the labyrinth that kind of juts out into the ocean from the shoreline. Okay. And you guys have never been this close before, so you're going to describe a little bit. I mean, the type of stone, it seems kind of very like a gray slate, but very, very smooth, unusually smooth. And it seems to be coming right up out of the ocean in the part where you are closest to. You see the ocean just, smashing against the walls, and you can kind of hear that. You're getting close enough now where you can kind of see. And the walls, you think, are probably at least 30 feet, above the ocean. So these are pretty tall as well. And as he kind of rows around, you don't really see any type of entrance or door or anything of that nature. But he seems to not have any question where he's going. He just periodically he'll check his bearings, but he seems to know exactly where he's rowing the boat to. All right, so a few minutes later pass, and I guess you can all make another perception check. He starts looking into the water more closely now. He's looking down into the water as he's rowing the boat.
I got a 1.
Okay. Peter, you're looking up at the sky and you see an interesting cloud.
I got it too.
I got it too.
Okay. Karen,
I
you're
got a
noticing the
6.
same cloud. Okay. Right.
Sorry, I rolled a 6.
That's fine. Yeah, most of you are just noticing the oddly shaped cloud that's kind of up in the sky there. Okay. Like, that looks a little bit like a bee. No, it looks like a bird. You're kind of arguing about what it looks like, right?
I think it looks like a cloud.
Yeah. All right. Anyway, you hear the boat, all of a sudden it just hits against something. He's like, here we are. And you guys are all kind of like thrown back almost in your seats, okay, as you clonk into something here. And if you look outside to the left of the rowboat, you see about a 10-foot stone circle rising up only about a couple inches out of the ocean. And the waves are still kind of, washing over this surface. But it looks like, again, about a 10-foot radius, circle. And in the center of it, you see what appears to be like a metal grate of some kind, like a enclosure of some kind. Yeah.
Not the sewer again, please.
Oh, please tell me
So-
we're not going to have to swim.
So he says, this is it. Get off.
Wait, in the water?
So as you look at this this stone outcropping, it is fairly smooth and level on the surface. And again, it's about 10 feet wide. So there is room for you guys, if you get all your gear and kind of stand around this metal grate, you can all at least stand there. But it's not, it's not the most comfortable positioning because it's such a tight circle. So I will have you guys
Last one's out. It's a rotten egg.
I will have you make a dexterity check to see if you can. The stone is smooth as you step out of the rowboat onto this. So let's see if you can all get onto this surface and stay on it.
The dexterity check, do we add or modifiers to that?
Yeah. So any type of like, usually it's just a dexterity roll. Yeah.
I got a 15.
Okay. Peter, you're
13.
I rolled a 1.
You got a 1? All right. There has to be some kind of comedic.
I got a 10.
Right? So as you guys are getting off, the tiefling paladin, as he's kind of stepping onto this stone, slips as the stone is slippery, slips back and lands on his back in the middle of the rowboat, okay? Just slams down on the rowboat. The sergeant just busts out laughing. He's like, I've seen that happen so many times. You wouldn't believe it.
Welcome
Gets
to
me
the
every
labyrinth.
time. Okay. It's like, it's okay. Don't take it hard. So the rest of you guys are standing there in this circle. You see the metal grate seems to have like a large metal plate over it with inscription on it. The sergeant looks at you and kind of helps. He actually helps the paladin get back up. And I believe the paladin is in his armor, right? So he's,
Yes.
yeah. So he's helping kind of push you up to get you back up. And you can just make one more check for the tiefling to make sure he can get on there. Anything above a 10 will pull it off.
Yeah, I passed that.
Okay. So you're able to stand in this circle. All right, so you guys are all standing on the stone and you are ready to embark. He starts to, he pushes off from you guys. He says, "Are you ready?"
I think so.
Yep.
Heck yeah.
He says, "All right, dive in." And he says a word. You guys don't recognize the word. It's in a different language. And when he says it, the metal grate glows for a moment, like kind of a reddish color, and it
looks promising.
it pops open. Okay, so this metal, round metal entrance, kind of this door pops open. Okay, and you guys are all able to peer down. It's like a fairly small opening in this stone that you're standing on. There's a hole. As you look down, you can see there's definitely water down there. You can see the sunlight kind of glimmering off of the ocean water. And it's only about maybe a foot beneath the surface of this door that just popped open. Okay. So you're standing there in the middle of the ocean, basically looking down into this hole. There's ocean water about a foot beneath there. And of course, water is now starting to pour in from the ocean waves as it washes over the stone.
I turn back to the boat guy and yell, "Thanks for nothing."
He rows off and says, "Good luck."
I'm gonna jump in.
All right. Peter jumps in first.
I'm gonna push Ajal in.
Okay.
I'm going to push Benji in.
Hey, you might not want to. What? No.
All right.
And then I jump into, I guess.
Assuming there's no
Benji rather
resistance here from
quickly.
Ajal,
Probably.
right?
Got off balance.
All right. So Fang jumps in first, followed by Ajal, who is kind of pushed in.
I wasn't going to trip that time, I promise.
Yeah. And then the rest follow.
I just fall right on top of him.
Yeah, that's pretty much what would happen if you jump right in. So just if you guys want to check your character sheets, if you weigh...
I'm holding my axe. Maybe this isn't safe. But since when do I care?
Yeah.
What?
If you weigh between 50 and 100 pounds, or you're carrying between 50 and 100 pounds or more, you're going to be kind of sinking into the water, okay? I'm not
definitely
sure
sinking.
how much you guys carry, but just check that. Let me know.
Where can I check that?
So if you look at your equipment, it'll tell you the total weight that you're carrying. I think for most of you, it's usually around between 50 to 100 pounds that you're carrying. Some might be more.
Yeah, I'm 190.
Okay. So yeah, Ajal, I think because your armor, that probably weighs you down more.
Mhm. Yeah.
You actually start sinking unless you want to try to keep afloat. It's up to you.
He's gonna try a little bit because
Yeah. He's not sure what's going on yet. Okay.
whether there's even a bottom or not.
Right. Okay, Peter, did you check
So
Where do you find that?
I'm 79 pounds on equipment.
So basically all it takes, if you're between like 50 to 100 pounds of equipment, you most of you just make like an athletics check to stay afloat if you want to stay afloat at the top. If you don't care and just
What
want
would
to
be the
sink,
point of jumping if you're just gonna... Anyways,
My weight is 72.3 pounds.
okay. So yeah, you'll need to make an athletics check if you want to stay on the surface. Otherwise, you start sinking in the water. So go ahead and make those
Athletics?
checks if you guys want to.
Let's
Yeah.
see. I got a 9. That's with my modifier of 4.
That's with your modifier. Okay.
I got a 12.
Okay. So Fang is on the surface. Go and make your checks for Ajal and Karen. I'm assuming Karen, you need to make one as well, based on your weight.
19.
not sink,
Yeah.
but I don't want to do that.
Oh, you want to sink?
I guess so.
Okay. So you take a deep
I mean,
breath.
if I stop breathing, I'll probably have a change of heart. But right
Okay.
now, I want to sink.
So Karen, you go under the surface and you are down underneath. Go and make a perception check for me, Karen. And the rest of you
20.
guys, a natural 20. Really?
Yes.
Nice. Okay, our first nat 20.
Yeah.
Yay. All right, so Karen, as you sink beneath the surface, you look down. You don't have any way to see in dark, right?
I doubt it. I don't know how to
do.
check.
I don't believe you have any, as a human barbarian, I don't think she has any capacity to see in the
Yeah,
dark.
that's not one of my strong
But
points.
the
I want to
natural
dive
20,
down too. I can't
the natural
see.
20, we're going to give you some insight here. Because the sunlight is shining down, it's a bright sunny day outside. As you jump in and look down, you can definitely see it probably goes down about 20 feet. And you see like a floor, it looks like a floor. You can kind of see walls, it's not a very large space, So it's like a shaft going down about 20 feet and you can see.
Okay, so I'm gonna swim to the bottom.
Okay, so you want to swim to the bottom that round? Okay. So
I really hope I took a breath first.
you don't really need to make any check for that because your weight is kind of helping you, move down anyway, and you're swimming downward. So yeah, Karen, as you swim down, taking that full round of action, at the bottom, you can see there is a large metal plate. It's kind of a rectangular looking metal plate at the bottom of this room. The rest seems like pretty much like stone, around it. But the metal plate is probably about 8 feet across and maybe 8 feet by 6 feet. And it seems kind of rusted and yeah, but you're seeing this large metal plate beneath you. It's kind of in the center of this shaft. The rest of you are up at the surface as you guys are kind of, keeping your bodies afloat in this small space. You do see that the metal door is still open at this moment. Any other actions you guys want to take?
I'm gonna
I
dive
think-
down into the water too.
Want to dive down too? Okay. So I'll take a deep breath and how about Ajal and Vanji? Do you want
Yeah, I decided
and
to
see?
do the same after seeing Fang do that.
Okay.
What are you guys doing? That's water. You can't breathe in water.
Right, these guys sink under the water and you're just like, wait a second. I'm just gonna say the cleric kind of follows you, Vanji. He's kind of he's not your acolyte, but he's pretty much a follower, so he'll do whatever you do. Okay.
Come on, let's hope this doesn't kill us.
Okay.
I hate water.
All right, so Ajal and Fang, as you guys dive down, go and make perception checks for me as you kind of go beneath the surface. And I think both of you have, I know the tiefling can see in darkness, right?
Yes,
Like
yes, I
60
can.
feet? Okay,
I have dark vision as well.
yeah. So for those with dark vision, you can see a lot better. There's definitely, it's just a shaft that goes down, stone floor, and then there's this large rectangular metal plate. But go and make a perception roll as well. Just
I roll a 13.
13. Okay. So Ajal can notice as you get closer and you see Karen is swimming there down near this metal plate as well. You notice on
Yeah,
the
14.
corners, 14?
Yep.
Okay, yeah, 14 is good enough because you guys can see in the dark. So you see on the corners, there's like metal triangles that seem like they're a little bit like kind of less rusted. So there's like metal triangle pieces on each corner of this rectangle, and then there's this big, large metal rectangle.
I'm gonna swim to one of the corner ones.
Me too.
Okay.
Yeah, me too.
So as you guys investigate, it just seems like the larger metal plate is slid underneath or something. Like the small metal triangles are overlaying each of the corners of this metal plate, and it seems pretty thick. The large rectangular plate is probably about an inch thick. It's a large, thick piece of metal that's kind of rusted, and yeah. So you guys are all kind of down there investigating, holding your breath. That's what you see.
Uh,
I'm gonna try pulling on one of the metal bits.
I'll try.
Yeah,
First.
try ripping it off.
Okay. So go and make strength checks. Just tell me what you get.
Strength.
I got a dirty 20.
30, 20. Okay.
I got 18.
I
Okay.
got a 7 + 1.
So Peter, Fang notices as he's kind of trying to pull at this metal triangle, he does feel a little shifting, but it's more of the large metal plate, not the triangle piece. So the large rectangular plate seemed like it shifted just slightly as he was pounding on this thing or pulling on it. Karen, any other actions for you?
Probably just pull and push and bang on everything.
You want to start like trying to pull and push on this? Good. So Karen, that'll be an athletics check, I think, for you because you're trying to kind of swim.
I got a 15.
And I think you get a bonus on that athletics for your character.
Yeah, it's like that was like one of my.
On your strengths, yeah.
I can't find it.
So it's probably above it. It's probably also. So Karen, as you kind of like start pounding on this thing, you also feel it seemed to give a little bit of movement, not to the side, but a little bit movement down maybe.
Okay, so
But nothing else happened.
I'm gonna point upwards to the top and start swimming up.
Want to swim up? Okay. So Fang starts swimming back up towards the surface. And again, it's only about a 20 feet, so you can do that within a round. You can get up to the surface and get some air. How about the rest of you guys? You want to try anything else down there or go up to the surface?
I'm going to try to pull that thing off.
Like the large rectangular plate?
Yep.
Okay. So describe how you want to try to pull that off.
So with that little shifting that happened, I'm going to try to just slide it off the lid, kind of like you would like, I don't know, like you pull, I would pull against it or push on it, I mean.
Okay.
From the direction where Fang was pushing.
Okay, gotcha. So that'll probably be athletics check for you as well. Go ahead and make that. And
Maybe. Okay, I got a 13 + 4.
okay. So yeah, you give it a pretty good push, and it seems pretty steady. Like the angle you're at or something is not right. If you want to move that, you're pretty sure you're not going to be able to move it that way.
Okay.
So Karen, Ajal, are you still down there hanging out underwater? Or you want to go back?
I'm gonna swim up real quick, seeing as I'm wearing this armor.
Yeah.
And it'll be a bit harder for
For
me.
Ajal, that's going to take.
I'm gonna keep banging on that thing that you said it gave a little bit.
Okay.
Actually, I'll hit it with my axe,
Okay. Okay.
like really hard.
All right. Go and make an attack roll on this thing.
No. Oh wait, I actually found it. Okay, 17.
All right. So yeah, you smash down it with your axe. You see a little spark, and it leaves kind of a metallic, shiny looking metallic gash in the plate. But yeah, this thing is, you'd have to hack at that probably for hours to get any kind of leeway there. All right, so Ajal, you get up to the surface with Fang. Well, actually, you need to make an athletics check. Sorry, because you're pretty way down. So Ajal needs to make an athletics check. Any of you guys who weigh, a substantial amount, like whether it's armor or equipment, just need to make an
16.
athletics check to get up there in one round. 16? Okay, yeah, that'll pass. So yeah, you get up to the top, and you're exerting yourself. You're getting kind of tired, but
Is the lid still open?
the lid is still open. Yeah.
What's the distance between the water where we are? It's a foot, right? Actually, in the lid.
Yeah, it's only about a foot, and it's now decreased to maybe about, because the waves, as it's open now, more of the water's coming in. So now
Mhm.
it's probably about maybe 10 inches, you think, roughly?
Okay, I'm gonna try and pull myself out real quick.
How would a grate keep water out? Never mind, that's relevant.
It's the changing of the tide, too, is part of the problem. Okay, so you get up, you want to pull yourself up out of the water
Mhm.
entirely? Okay, Fang, how about you? Are you
Yeah, I'm gonna pull myself out of the water.
okay? Karen and Vanji, you're still down underneath, kind of trying to wrestle with this metal plate, beating on it and banging on it.
I'm assuming since I haven't passed out yet, though, I can still, like...
Yeah, you've been down now, what, like 4 or 5 rounds. You have, you guys have all trained in holding your breath. You can usually hold it for a minute with no problem, and then you start, depending on how much you're exerting yourself and how much air you got before you jumped in. But you have, a full, that's what about, you're about half, you figure about halfway to your capacity with holding your breath.
Observation is really not my strong point, but I feel like just banging on it isn't going to do anything. So I guess, can I make a, what's it called? Perception check?
Yeah, there's there's different checks you can make. Like perception is like just noticing stuff. Investigation is a little different if you want to try. And I think,
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
14.
14, just a straight 14. So Karen, you're looking at this again, and you're thinking, based on what you've seen, the triangles on the corners definitely seem like a placeholder for this metal plate, but you're not sure like what you're supposed to do. But it does seem like if somehow you could push the plate down more, you might be able to get it underneath these metal placeholders on the corners. Does that make sense? You're muted, I think.
Hello?
Hi, there you go.
I'm so confused. Hello?
We can hear
Hi.
you fine.
No, okay.
Vanji, how about you?
I didn't hear anything for like the past 20 seconds, so.
I'm going to push down on it underwater is a little difficult.
going up to Fang and Ajal up on the surface. What are you guys up to up there?
Second. I'm trying to
I'm
think.
gonna say that I was thinking if we all maybe pushed on them at the same time.
Yeah, that might work. That would be a better idea than just randomly smacking things. You want to go get them? Because I'm not sure I'll be able to get back up if I
Yeah.
do that.
So I'm gonna dive back down under the water.
Okay. So Fang comes diving back down. You guys are still down there kind of trying to figure out this metal plate. What do you want to do, Fang, when you dive under?
I'm gonna kind of like motion for both of them to come up again and make sure they come before I swim up.
Okay. Does he have to make a persuasion check? Or are you guys gonna? You can go and make a persuasion check, Peter. Let's see how you do.
I'll give it one more kick and then say good riddance underwater. Never mind, anything's out there. I'll just swim up, I guess.
All right. So yes, just make an athletics check to see if you can get up in one round. It's not terribly difficult, but it does tax you quite a bit.
So, I got a 19. But
Nice.
when I make athletics rolls, do I add that, like, is there something on my character sheet that I'm supposed to add to that?
Yeah, on the left-hand side, you'll see a list of different skills. And you'll see that athletics is one of those, and you have a modifier with that.
Oh, is that the bonus?
So anyway,
Is that the modifier?
Banji, unless you get like a low roll on that, you should be fine to get back up. It might take you a little bit longer, but you guys come back up to the surface.
Okay, well, I got a 19. My athletics is +6, so.
So yeah, when you come shooting back up, and in fact, you can climb up out of the hole if you want.
Like, without even climbing, I just swim up so fast that I just, like, shoot straight up through the hole.
Dolphin.
Okay. So, Banji, unless you and the cleric's going to be kind of weighted down as well, I'm guessing. So just make sure that if they keep rolling beneath a 10, that's when you need to let me know, okay?
Okay.
Because that means they're struggling to get back up.
I'm gonna help the cleric get up.
Athletic check.
Okay.
I'm generous.
4, which would be -1. He rolled under a 3. He's not moving very fast.
All right, Peter, you're helping him, right? You're assisting him. So go and make a
Yes, don't die.
strength check for the cleric to help him.
Don't die, that's better.
Assuming you guys pass these, you should be fine. But, because right now it's just swimming back up, so not a big
I
deal.
rolled a 14.
Okay. Yeah, you assist him back up. So you guys all get back up to the surface. You're either, swimming at the top or climb up out and rest for a minute. What do you guys want to do?
Rest. I don't need rest.
I'm not at the top yet.
Gotcha.
I'm gonna dive back down to help Benji.
Okay.
The saint. I can't deal with this.
I'm gonna try and use my knife to kind of put as a wedge underneath one of my daggers as a wedge underneath one of those triangles.
Okay. Yeah, go and make a strength check. See if you can pull that off if you're down there.
What does B mean?
Oh, is that a natural 20 again?
Oh, it must be a 20.
Nice.
Yep, that's a 20.
So yeah, natural 20, you jab it right under that. It just seems like it slides right in and you've got it wedged under there really good.
Smooth.
And then, Peter's, you feel, Fang is kind of tugging at your clothing on your back or your backpack or something, trying to pull you up.
He looks, he has a knife in his hand, right?
All right, well, you guys get
That's
back
how
up
that
to the
works.
surface in a minute, I'm sure. What do you want to say to each other? And
So me. and
Hey, I
Fang-
had it. Why did you pull me
Wait.
out?
No, shh. You be quiet.
No, you be quiet.
Okay.
Fight. Just kidding.
You know what? Never mind. Just
I think we should try to work together on moving it instead of just flailing around uselessly under the water when we can't breathe under there.
Ouch.
wasn't flailing uselessly, unlike
No, they were
This
flailing
person
effectively.
the swinging axe who nearly took off my head.
Oops. My bad.
I like that you guys were flailing effectively. I prefer calling it that.
Okay, Ajal, as you're talking, you notice that the lid on this opening, it kind of starts to shift a little bit.
No!
I'm
Oh
gonna
no.
push
Heck
this
no,
thing.
okay,
I'm gonna push against it.
I'm
Okay.
gonna jump back in the
Obviously.
water. I do not want to get stuck outside the labyrinth.
That'd be a very short quest.
That'll be the
Pathetic.
shortest quest
Yeah.
ever, right?
Okay, so I jump in the water.
Okay, so Karen's back in the water.
Before I jump in, I'm gonna say, let's work together to push this thing, and then I'm gonna jump in.
I jump in as well.
All right.
I just slip in grudgingly.
So you all at least came up for air. So now you're diving back down. You do notice, as you're going back down in, that the lid shifts a little bit more. It's
Karen,
not
it might
closed
be a
all the
little
way,
dark for
but
you. We three have dark vision, but
yeah, with the sunshine coming down, it's not terribly dark in here, but it is kind of, when you get to the bottom, it is hard for her to see. Now I'm guessing.
Agreed. That's also a problem.
I know several. The cleric probably would have cast light on something, so you guys probably have some kind of light source, down there. So you guys dive back in and describe what you do as you dive back in. What are your actions?
Synchronized swimming. Like we all swim down simultaneously, like in form, and we
Describe
all
yourself, Karen, not what they're doing. Sorry.
fine. So I go down and start pushing on the thing, like Peter said. Fang.
I'm gonna go down and start pushing on the thing too.
Okay, so how do you push on it? Because
With my arms.
if you remember, buoyancy is an issue, right? So as you swim downward, there's a lot of pressure building for it to push you back up, right?
Mm.
So with the exception of Ajal, I think, and maybe the cleric, they're pretty heavy with their armor. So they kind of sink, like, not like.
Wait, I have armor.
Let's just slam the tiefling against the with his giant armor and see if he pushes it down.
So you guys do notice that those with more like the heavy plate, I think Karen, actually you'd have half plate armor, right?
Mhm.
I don't have any armor. I'm a monk.
So for those with metallic armor and heavy plate armor, for example, you're definitely going to sink.
Axes.
I have
But
leather.
equipment does weigh you down as well. But yeah, for Ajal and the cleric probably go the fastest, and then followed by the rest of you.
Oh, it's a race?
No, it is not a race.
Well, it is to
Not a
me. So.
race.
Okay.
Ajal doesn't realize that she thinks it's a race.
I don't realize it.
So
is.
Ajal, as you're sinking into the water here, you've dived in. What is your action? You want to start?
I'm gonna wait for everybody else to get down so we can kind of push down on it together
Okay.
or whatever.
So
How are
are
we
you
gonna
going to be
communicate?
on the plate or on the side of the plate?
I'm gonna be on the side of the plate.
Okay, so on the side of the plate. Okay. So you're on the side. Describe where you guys are at and your actions. If you're just pounding on it with your fists, what are you doing?
I want to stand on it.
So Fang stands on it. Okay. Here,
I'm probably gonna
make an athletics
Mhm.
check. Fang. Go ahead, Karen.
I'm gonna swim super fast. And then right when I get down, I'm diving, swimming, and then right when I get down, I do a flip and then slam my feet into it violently.
I got
Okay.
a 17.
Okay, Karen, go ahead and make a roll on that as well. Just an athletics check.
I got a 7, but that's +6. So
Right. So with the
Yeah.
monk and the barbarian's actions combined, you definitely felt the plate shift downward and then it popped back up. Okay.
Mhm.
It's
So
a pressure plate.
as you slammed onto it, you
Rig.
guys felt that it kind of shifted downward about an inch and then it pops back up. And you actually see a little bit of a bubble or two kind of float out from the edge of this metal plate.
So I
Um,
pull out my dagger from where it was wedged.
Okay, you want to try and pull it out. Yeah, it probably, as it actually shifted down, it probably would have popped out as well. Yeah, so you can, pull
Okay.
that. You can grab it.
Just grabbed it.
Ajal's gonna jump up and down on this thing.
Okay.
Me too.
All right. So Ajal and Fang make athletics checks for that as you're trying to swim down, and it's pretty easy for those who are weighted down. But
I know.
7.
Vishal, what'd you get? Karen, what's your action?
17.
I'm going to. I kind of want to like tear the grate off. I don't even know if that's possible, and then stick it on there because it's kind of heavy.
All right, so as Ajal is he's like, because he's
Yeah.
weighted down with his armor, he's
Mhm.
kind of jumping up and down on this thing. And it is definitely shifting up and down, up and down. Karen, make a strength check as you're trying to knock on this thing as well.
13 plus.
That's probably going to be good because I know you have at least a bonus on strength.
Yeah.
Something. So, Karen, as you're just kind of getting frustrated with this thing, you start screaming, and no, not screaming, but you're
Internally.
you want to
screaming.
scream. Okay. You bang on it. Actually, the metal plate kind of rotates slightly. Okay. So it shifts. And, Ajal is still kind of jumping up and down, and the monk are still trying to push up and down. It shifts, and it feels like it's much more loose now, like you guys might be able to rotate it. But it's definitely...
Rotate it.
Yes. You want to rotate
Let's rotate it.
it?
I'm
Okay.
gonna rotate it.
Which direction?
Okay,
Both right. I say right.
Yeah, let's
right.
do right.
You got a motion with your hands, right?
Wait, that's
Okay.
left. Right to you guys.
So all of you whoever's helping out, just make a strength check on that. And let me know if you...
Yeah, who's not helping out?
I'm going to get on it too.
14 plus 3.
18 total.
I'm just going to keep saying that because I can't do math, so I'm just going to leave it. Wait, 14 plus 3.
Okay.
I got, if it rolls, come on. I got a 13 plus 1.
Awesome. So what happens is the cleric is actually kind of still resting in the middle of this thing, okay, as you guys are rotating it around.
What are you doing?
So you rotate it, and
Just kind of vibing.
you see that, well, I guess, for those who can't see in darkness, that's going to be an issue. So I'm not sure how you want to resolve that. For those who can see in darkness, you can definitely see on either side of the plate, there is a small space that you should be able to squeeze your bodies through. Okay.
What? I don't understand that at all.
The metal plate has now rotated. Okay. And on either side of that plate, there are 2 small openings that you could squeeze your body through to go deeper down into this water. Okay. It's still water.
If I'm understanding this right, which I'm probably not, but then if it slid back, it would just like slice you in half. Behead you. Decapitate. Do I make myself clear?
If somebody was trying to slide it while you were trying to go through that, yeah, it could cut you in half.
Yeah, so let's not have Benji go last.
Okay, I think you've all been underwater now for about 3 rounds.
7 rounds left.
So you have a perception check if you want to make one, and Karen, again, anybody who can't see in the dark, really you can't see anything beyond that. It's just darkness.
At this point, Ashal decides to just go up because he sees that, it's all done. He's like going to get a quick breath before going down.
Okay.
Again.
All right. So just an athletics check for you, Ajal, to get up to the surface in 1 round. You should be fine.
I'm gonna
Oh,
go
yeah,
up too.
I got 20.
You got a 1?
20.
Oh, okay. Oh, nice. 20.
Dad, apparently I can see while while decapitated? What? Never mind, I'm so confused.
That's an amazing ability to see while decapitated.
I got an
That'll
18
come in
to
really
get up.
handy, actually.
Out of the water.
All
Are
right.
you sure you're human?
I forgot to mention she's undead. Sorry, guys. I forgot to say. No. Anyway, if you guys, assuming you get above a 10 on your athletics check, you can get up in 1 round up to the surface. Those who get up to the surface, you do notice that the door above you has now shut entirely. Okay.
How much airspace is there at the
You
top?
have it's about 8 inches now. So you kind of have
You could just like go up and stick your lips through the grate and be like,
you can get about 2 people
Yeah.
up there at the very top to get a breath, and that's about it because it's getting kind of crowded up
Yeah.
there. Maybe 3.
I'm gonna take a huge risk and dive back down.
I'm
Okay.
gonna do the same.
Breathing's overrated. I'm just gonna keep pushing it.
Wait,
Vanjie, I think the cleric has light that they can cast. Who has light that they can cast?
I might.
I can light things on fire, probably underwater. Never mind.
Yeah, we're underwater. I can't.
Yeah, I
do
kind of
anything.
forgot about that.
I have light for a cantrip.
Okay.
Oh, I can do the opposite. I can cast darkness apparently.
Well, that's cool.
Just like nullify what font.
Make you guys all suffer like me.
Anyway, Fang, you have the choice to kind of because you can see, all right, as an ASMR, you can see in the dark, right?
Yeah.
But if you want to help your friend Karen out, the barbarian, maybe you can cast on her axe or something,
I'll
whatever.
light it. I'll
Help me
cast it
out.
on her. I'll cast it on her body.
Okay. Maybe on her breastplate. She has a breastplate.
Might as well just stick a glowing beacon on my forehead. How long does it last?
Don't worry, I can counteract it with the
minutes?
darkness.
I think it lasts for 10 minutes.
It's like
It lasts for an hour.
Oh, an hour.
I'm sorry.
Personal
Well-
fish.
Don't worry, I guess we all can see now.
All right. So with each of you kind of equipped with what you need for light and you get a breath of air, you dive back down and you can go in 2 by 2 into this tunnel underneath. You want to jump
I'm
in?
going in first.
Okay.
I'm going in second then.
Okay. So Ajal and Fang are moving into these either side, or you can go on the same side, whatever you want to do.
Either side.
Yeah. Squeeze past this metal plate. And you kind of have to take off your backpacks and push them through and then push yourself through. It's that tight.
what about my axe? That thing's like bigger than my head and body also.
You can
Put
slide
it
that.
sideways.
It can kind of guide
I
you
should
down
be able
through
to
this
slide right
space,
through.
right?
Based off my
Sorry, what's that,
size.
Aaron? I'm sorry.
I
can't-
should be able to just slide through.
Yeah. Yeah. For more slender characters without a lot of equipment, you should be fine. Okay. So, Fang and Ajal, as you come through first, you're going down this tunnel. It's pretty dark down there, but your kind of vision allows you to see in different ways than others. So you do see as you're swimming downward, okay, you go probably about 30 feet down, and then you see down lower some glowing lights, some kind of glimmering or glowing lights.
My kin.
So
I'm gonna try and swim faster if possible.
Me
Okay.
too.
So exert some more. Yeah, that's actually easier to go down for you guys both.
Mhm.
Actually, for the monk, it might be a little harder because you get more of that pressure,
Yeah,
a little bit lighter.
a lot lighter.
So
I'm like,
Fang, go and make a athletics check. If you guys if you have over 100 pounds of equipment, you don't need to make an athletics check, okay?
Okay, cool.
But if you have less than 100 pounds of equipment, make an athletics check to keep going down at a high speed,
I got a 16.
Okay, so Fang, you're going down quicker, and Ajal is going down about the same rate.
Mm-hmm.
You guys definitely see there is one light that's a little bit closer to you, and it seems like it's strange because it looks like fire, like a blue fire that's burning underwater. Okay, you're pretty sure that it's flame, but it's underwater and it's burning. Okay.
Why can't I do this?
And then you see a similar light that's a little bit lower. It's probably about another 30 feet lower than that one. It's kind of glimmering down on the right side of this tunnel. Okay. But as you guys are getting closer to this first one, it's on your left side. Go ahead and make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, I'm so scared.
Wisdom saving throw. How's that
Yeah,
work?
I got it. I got a 20. I got a natural 20, which is good because my wisdom is non-existent. Actually, I think it's like -1. Yep, it's -1.
Okay, Karen, with a natural 20, you're coming down and you see this same flame. You're kind of just behind, Ajal and Fang. You are pretty sure, Karen, this flame is some kind of alluring, it's almost like a magical allurement to it. but you kind of just shake it off. You just ignore it. Okay. Ajal and Fang, what'd you get?
I got a 17.
Oh, for a second I thought I got a 1, but I got a 7
A
plus
7.
1, so I got an 8 total.
Okay. How about Ajal? Did you?
So I think I'm getting this correct, but I rolled a 15, but my wisdom saving throw is +5.
Okay. So for everybody but the monk, you kind of
Let's see, where's my cleric?
you shake this off. Oh yeah, roll for the cleric too. So Peter, as Fang is coming down to this flame, he's like so beguiled by this.
Cleric got a natural 20.
Nice. Fang reaches out and touches the flame. Okay.
So stop.
Yikes.
So he reaches out and touches it, and it burns. It burns.
Well, I never could have guessed.
So Peter, you get 4 points of fire damage to your hand. Okay. Now that you guys are down by this first beacon, or whatever you want to call it, this flaming torch underwater, you do see there's an obvious opening. It's fairly large in the side of this tunnel that's been going down. Right by this torch, there's a large, looks like another tunnel leading off. You guys have all been holding your breath now for about 3 rounds, I think, now. So you're about, you each have about 7 more rounds of air until you have to start making some checks on your constitution to see if you can hold your breath longer. So what would you like to do? You can either swim down further or investigate this other tunnel, or try to swim back up.
Tunnel.
I'm going to investigate tunnel because there's no
I'm gonna
point
investigate the
going
tunnel too
think we're
and
gonna
take my hand
die.
out of that stupid water fire.
I'm gonna go for the tunnel.
All right. So yeah, Fang recognizes the error of his. As soon as he gets the damage, he's like, "Whoa, what was I?"
Why did I do?
So you guys start swimming down this other tunnel, and because you all have at least some kind of light, and this torch is also giving some light. You don't really see anything. Like every once in a while, you'll see maybe like a little fish or something swimming through the ocean. It seems like regular ocean water to you. But you do, as you're going through this tunnel, it takes probably 2 more rounds. So you feel like you have about half of your air left. And it opens back up, and you can't really see, most of you can see about 60 feet, right? You can actually, if you look up, you can see, you're pretty sure you're now just like under the ocean, like open ocean. And
I'm gonna go back into the tunnel.
make a perception check, all of you, just because I'm sure you're looking around, see if what you guys can see here.
16.
I got another 8.
Okay. So Karen, you with a 16, you see as you get out of this tunnel, again, way above, you can kind of see some light, which seems kind of like a natural light, coming from above, the sunlight hitting the surface of the ocean.
Am I the only one that keeps it
10.
keeps cutting out? I didn't hear what you said for the past 10 seconds.
Really? Did it cut out for you guys too?
No, I didn't. I heard you.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah,
Karen.
I use my Wi-Fi.
Anyway, Karen, what you
Hey,
see
but you guys are in the same house. What the heck?
anyway, you see there's some light, natural light at the surface way above you. But also, Karen, to your left, you see kind of more of that gray stone, of the labyrinth that's going down, way down. And you almost see what seems like a glimmer of light, like a yellow light in that direction back towards the wall of the labyrinth. And what did you roll, Vanjie, for your perception? I didn't hear.
I rolled 8. Sorry, I didn't know.
8, okay. So Karen, you notice that. Nobody else, as you come out, most of you just notice this natural light coming from the surface of the ocean. You're all kind of swimming there like...
Why am I suddenly the perceptive one? What the heck? But yeah, I guess I'll start swimming towards it and maybe kick someone to get their attention. I don't know.
Okay, so you start
How
swimming
far
towards
is
the
it
light.
to like the light, like the top of the water?
The surface of the ocean, you probably think maybe at this point it's probably about 200 feet.
Ooh.
Roughly. Yeah, you guys are down deep. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna follow Karen.
Okay.
Guess I'll follow Karen too.
So Karen, as you're swimming down, Karen, you're pretty sure that what you see is like it seems like almost like an eyeball, a giant eyeball.
Oh, that's
on the side
lovely.
of
Fantastic.
this wall.
Hmm.
And then you also, well, you can only see about 60 feet. So as you guys, are you all following Karen or what are your actions?
Yeah.
A glowing yellow eye. That sounds promising.
Yeah, it's
For
getting closer.
anything better to do, I'm following.
Okay. So y'all following. It takes about another 2 rounds of swimming to get closer to this, to investigate what it is.
Yeah.
I'm so getting sick of this water.
Vanji, as you're swimming, you are sure, pretty much you're positive you just saw a shark swim past you. Okay.
Great.
Behind you, out of the corner of your eye. And Karen and Fang, you're kind of in the front of this, you know, as you're swimming down towards this light to investigate what this giant looking eyeball look is. As you get closer, you're pretty sure it's not an eyeball,
Oh, that's good.
but it looks like a window. It looks like a window, almost like like the bulge of an eyeball coming out from the structure.
Like the eye window in Series Unfortunate Events.
I guess, yeah, something like that. But it's more like, a mound, right? A curved shape of glass with like a metal frame around it on the inside. And you're pretty sure, Karen and Fang, as you look at this, it looks like there is a torch, like a regular torch, burning inside a room. It's like an underwater room, basically, with an observatory window.
Okay, how do we get in?
Vanji, you're tailing behind here. What do you want to do? You notice there is a shark in your near vicinity. It swam past you just a few seconds ago.
There you go. There's an eyeball shape, thing, anatomy shape, so you can kind of base it off that. I'm gonna hold my daggers close to me.
Okay.
Like I'm gonna have one hand on my hilt of my sword, actually.
Okay. So Fang and Karen, you're now down kind of close to this glass window, underwater window. If you guys want to make perception checks as well, you can, because you're looking around, I'm sure. Go and make another perception check. Just tell me what you get.
12.
12. Okay. So Fang, is it just a straight across 12? Yeah, like I said before, what you're seeing is just this. This definitely appears to be an observation window of some kind and inside looks definitely to be dry because you see a regular torch burning, unless it's some kind of illusion. But it appears to be a dry space with a torch burning in it.
How do we get in?
Perception check or something?
Yeah, how big is it? Can I investigate it?
Yeah, the window it's fairly large. It's probably maybe about 4 feet tall, maybe by about 7 feet across. And it definitely is the shape of an eyeball, kind of like the shape is like an eye. And the shape of the glass is kind of odd. You've never seen like curved glass like this. Pretty amazing glass with like a metal frame that goes through on both. There's 2 braces underneath the glass to kind of apparently holding it in place.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys are all kind of close to this. Ajal, what was your perception check? I can't remember. Did you?
18.
Oh yeah. So Ajal, as you're kind of looking around at your party, you see a shark not very far away. It's kind of swimming. It's not like coming right towards you, but it's probably only about
Sharks.
70 feet away from you.
Start motioning at everyone else.
Is this circling?
So yeah, there might be two different sharks. You're not sure
Great.
based on what
That's
Vanjie
just-
is and Ajal.
Maybe the observation window is for someone with a very cruel sense of humor to watch all the adventurers just get eaten by sharks. It's my theory.
Anyway, you guys now at this point you have about 2 more rounds before you have to start making constitution saves
Ah,
because you're
Okay.
you're running out of air.
Yeah, there's
I'm
no
gonna-
way
I'm
to
gonna
get back in
investigate
time, so
the
we have to find.
glass for
Help
any.
us.
I hate water.
I can't go 100 feet per round in water. And it's 200 feet to the
Oh,
top.
we're
so-
screwed.
Great.
Declare your actions.
I'm gonna look for a secret door.
Same.
I'm gonna start banging on the glass
Karen, if you break it, then the whole ocean will flood into
as
that
if I
thing.
could break, as if I'm stronger than the pressure of the entire ocean. I just want to get someone's attention.
Just to clarify, you can't actually talk right now. So if you try to talk, you'll lose.
I look at him and just communicate like 5 whole sentences of "I'm not stupid."
So Karen, your action was to pull out your axe and attack the glass. Is that correct?
I never mentioned an axe. You just assume everything I do is my axe.
What are you doing?
No,
What are
I'm
you
just
doing?
banging on the glass, trying to get someone's
You're banging
attention.
on it with your fist. Okay.
So I'm assuming that someone's.
I'm trying to find any cracks or openings that we can use on
And
the
I'm
edges
looking
of the
very
glass.
desperately. Lives
Okay.
are on the line.
You guys can make investigation checks if you would like. You're not seeing much yet, but you've.
I rolled 16.
Okay. So based on what you're seeing here, you're well underwater. You're right by this window. It's a concave window, right? That kind of bulges out towards you. Okay. It's apparently pretty thick glass, like you can hear as Karen's kind of pounding on it with her fist. It's thudding against the glass. You can hear that. And there are no other doors, no entryways. It doesn't appear a way to pop the window. So you guys now have about 1 more round of action before you have to start making saves. And I should say, for those with a Constitution bonus, if you have a Constitution bonus, it gives you a few more rounds, I believe. You get for each +1, on your Constitution, you get an extra round of
My
underwater action.
constitution is the lowest.
Did someone already make a perception or investigation check?
I did. I
I
was
did.
looking.
Find
for
anything useful?
Doors.
No.
No,
I just described what they saw. Yeah, it's just the
Well, thanks,
window. There's a shark swimming around close by that seems to be getting closer. But
Maybe the shark is a secret entryway, kind of like platform 9 3/4. We just have to run straight into, or swim straight into its mouth. I'm gonna do it.
so I'll give you each 6
You sure about
seconds to declare your actions, starting with Ajal.
At this point, I am just going to wait 1 second. Where is the? Is there a place where you can check your swimming speed?
It's usually just half of your regular
Walking
speed.
Okay. Then I'm not trying that.
Fang,
I'm just gonna.
you're still
Yeah.
thinking. Fang, what's your action?
I'm gonna motion upwards and swim as fast as I can towards the.
Don't be stuck outside of the labyrinth.
Okay, Vanjie, what's your action? And the cleric.
I am looking at the metal to see if there's any doors or keys.
Yeah, you're well underwater. You figure maybe 180 to 200 feet underwater at this point, and there are no doors. There's just this window. But there's clearly a dry space with a torch just beyond this window.
What do we do wrong?
Karen, what's your action?
The shark, I guess.
You
You're
wanna swim
really
towards
gonna
the
try to
shark?
swim into its mouth?
Okay, so you start swimming towards the shark.
Why not?
Oh my gosh.
Why not?
No, where's my dice?
Fang is swimming towards the surface. Is that correct?
Yep.
Fang, how fast can you swim then? Is it 80 feet?
Basically
No,
40
40
feet.
feet. It'd be 40 feet, right? For full range of movement. Okay.
Maybe I want to help someone up that has more armor.
Okay, so Karen, you're going towards the shark. It seems to be not retreating from you, but it's kind of dodging around. Like it swims a lot faster than you, and it's just moving around. Definitely, you catch its attention, Karen, but you're not able to get up to it yet. As far as Constitution, do any of you guys have a bonus on Constitution that gives you more
I have a
rounds?
bonus of 1.
Okay.
Same.
I
So
have 0.
Ajal and Fang do not need to make any saves this round. Anybody who doesn't have a Constitution bonus will need to make a Constitution save. Not a very hard one. It's first time. But just make a roll and let me know if you pass out or not.
16.
A 16. Okay, so Vanji, you're okay, but your lungs are, you feel like that you just are gonna, you need air right away. Karen, what'd you get?
Yeah.
And Karen, do you have a Constitution bonus?
My constitution is +3.
Okay, so
Oh.
you've still got actually 2 more rounds past Ajal and
Whoa.
Well, lucky me.
Great.
Okay.
Still has to live. Just kidding.
So Fang, you have moved up now 40 feet above the rest, swimming upward.
I want to drag a gel up.
Oh, you're trying to drag. Are you?
I'm pulling it.
I'm swimming as well.
Okay, so you're both
Upward.
swimming towards the surface. Okay. So you guys are swimming up. You both get up about. That probably slows you down. Fang, go ahead and make a check on that with athletics,
Okay.
and I'll just give you like 35 feet. Probably slows you down a bit.
You got a 10.
Okay, that's good enough. Okay, it's the next round. So we got Ajal and Fang are swimming up about 35 feet above the rest. Karen, you've gone towards the shark, which is kind of darting around you, and Vanji and the cleric are still over by this window, I'm assuming.
I'm going to keep going up.
Same.
Okay.
Hello?
Vanji,
Yeah, you just cut out again for like 20 seconds. I don't know what just happened.
huh. So Karen, Ajal and Fang are swimming up. They're about 35 feet above you. And you are near the shark, who is definitely paying attention to you now. What would you like to do?
So I changed my mind. I'm not gonna swim into its mouth. I'm actually gonna like straddle it and ride it up to the surface. Because I'm sure it can swim faster than me.
Hopefully you have a good animal handling.
Yeah.
And it's a shark, so you might have a
All right. So Karen,
disadvantage.
your attempt is to try to get to the shark and try to stride it. That's going to be a miraculous feat, but go ahead and make a roll. Vanji, how about you?
By the way, I could technically help you because I actually have a bonus in animal handling.
I'm getting really
Dad.
frustrated and I'm not sure what to do.
Dad, I got a 19 and my animal handling is +2.
Okay, just a second. I'll come back to you. Just a sec. Go ahead, Vanji.
So I'm going to just charge the shark because I'm angry.
Okay, so you're going towards the shark.
Yep.
Okay, so Vanji and Karen are kind of both. So I guess just make an attack roll for you, Vanji, to see if you can get close enough to it. And
Attack.
yeah.
Where do I do that? Actions.
Dad, it keeps cutting out.
With my dagger?
Yeah, you can attack with your dagger. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I got a 15. I rolled a 15, by the way.
Okay. So you are able to get up to the shark and land a slash at it with your dagger, especially because Karen was also swimming towards it and trying to get on top of
What?
it.
That's my shark.
Exactly. He's just
What the heck?
He's riling it up for you so you can ride it like a bucking bronco. Okay. Anyway, so Karen, you're able to get up to this thing and grab onto one of its fins, but it's swimming very fast, and
Yeah, that's the point.
So do I do damage to the shark?
you do some damage to the shark. Yeah, you can roll damage if you want. Let me know.
I got a
what's-
4.
Okay.
Mean.
So you guys are fighting with this shark. Karen, you're on grabbing onto one of its main fin. Okay, on
Do
the
I need to make a
back.
Constitution check as well?
Are you now? You're past your breathing point, right? As far as your.
Yep.
Okay. So yeah, go and make a Constitution save.
Net 20.
Nice. So you kind of get. I'll give you an extra round for that. You kind of get your second win. Maybe it's the adrenaline of attacking a shark with the dagger. Just gives you a new result of life there. Okay. So I'll let you pass your roll next round as well for that. So Ajal and Fang, you guys are swimming up. You're about 35 feet up. Are you going to continue up towards the surface then?
Yes,
Because
definitely.
you're both now, I think, you're basically needing to air now, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
So go and make your Constitution saves.
Natural 20.
Nice.
I got 18.
Okay. So you both pass, and Ajal, I'll give you a next round free as well. Lots of natural 20s. So you guys move another about 35 feet up. Okay.
What about me?
You are trying to grab onto the back of a shark, correct?
No, I already grabbed it. You said.
Yeah, and it's
A
swimming.
fin.
You're going to have to make another strength save to try and hang on to a very slippery fin.
I got a 12 plus 3.
Yeah, it squirms away from you and is swimming. To try and grab onto a shark and ride a shark is not an easy task.
Whatever.
But you did touch it. You touched its fin and grabbed onto it. It pulled you about 10 feet, and then you couldn't hold on anymore.
Up or down or?
Yeah, maybe she went up about 5 feet, but Vanjie and Karen and the Cleric are all still down about what? About 40 feet down. No, more than 40 now, about 60 feet below you guys. Okay, it's the next round. Declare your actions. Karen is going to be running out of air. I think she has one more round of action before she has to make a Constitution save. So
I'm going to stab the shark with my short sword.
okay,
What? Why are we stabbing the shark?
so it's actually moved out of range of you, Vanjie. It darted away, and it's
Okay.
because it moved about what do you call that? About 40 feet away from you, and your distance that you can swim is about 30 feet, I believe, for the full range of movement. So you guys could try and chase after the shark. You can go up, or you can go back towards the window or the tunnel.
Go up.
Wait.
And then Ajal and Fang, if you guys, well, Vanjie, Cleric, and Karen need to declare your actions. What direction are you going in now?
I have no idea.
Okay.
The cleric,
Contemplating under the ocean waves.
the cleric is following the guys, Ajal and Ong.
Okay. And what's his constitution? Is he still okay, or is he needs to make a save as well?
Let me roll.
Okay.
Constitution +2.
Okay. So you'll have to
they
start.
got 18.
Okay, good. So he's still good for this round. Yeah. So you guys are all at your limits basically with air. And Ajal and Fang, you are back to you guys. You are up. You've gone up now about over 60 feet. Yeah, about 70 feet. So you think you're probably about 2 more rounds. If you keep swimming as fast as you can, about 2 more rounds. So go and make Constitution saves again.
Oh, I don't need to, right?
Oh yeah, you're good, Ajal. Yeah. Ajal, you're getting
19.
really tired. 19. Okay, so Fang, and there's the two of you guys working together. You're kind of like doing this cool swimming thing. I don't know how you do it. Honestly, I don't know how anybody could swim in, but part of it's the buoyancy, like the air that is in your lungs is you're just, that's helping you. So
It's a balloon.
okay, back to Vanjie, Karen, and the Cleric. Well, the Cleric is coming up as well. So he's above Vanjie and Karen. If you don't start swimming up now, you're pretty sure you're gonna drown.
Yeah. Go.
Your bodies are telling you.
Come on.
Karen, what's
Yes,
your action?
Karen?
Vanjie? She
What?
can't hear us again. Could you hear me?
Like half of that. I understand is we're all dying, so
Kind of not a lie.
what the heck? It keeps cutting out.
What's your action?
If nothing's changed, I'm still just swimming up.
Okay, so you're swimming up. If you guys are all swimming up, just keep making your Constitution saves. Let me know what you roll the next round. And let's see if you guys can get up to the surface.
17.
Also 17.
17 as well.
And is that wait, Constitution or Strength? Because am I on Constitution now? Or?
If you need to, the basic rule is if you're over 100 pounds of equipment, you need to make an athletics check to go up at the highest speed, okay? Because of your weight. And I should probably have Ajal be making that check. I think he's the main one that needs it.
Yeah.
I got a 16.
Okay. Vanjie, what is the Cleric's weight? It should say on his income, how much weight he's holding.
Uncumbersome. It's an
Encumbrance.
equipment.
Equipment.
Weight carried. It's at the top a little bit.
Equipment. And yeah, but I'm using a PDF for the Cleric.
Yeah.
Okay, but then it might be different for you.
Anyway, if you guys can just tell me what you roll on your Constitution saves, they should be now at above. If you get above a 5 on the first round, you're good. If you get above a 10 on the second round, you're good.
Okay, I rolled a 17.
Yeah.
I got a 17 too.
Right. So you guys are up another
I
amount.
got a 19.
Nice. Okay, so you guys are all getting close to the surface. Vanjie and Karen are still, about 60 feet below the rest. The Cleric's in the middle. He's about 30 feet beneath Ajal and Fang.
Okay, so just roll again.
Give me a moment. I need to go get my
Last round for Ajal
laptop
and Fang.
plug.
So Ajal and Fang, you're getting close to the surface of the ocean, you're pretty sure. Go ahead and make your roll.
I got another 17.
This is should be your last Constitution save.
I got an 11.
Okay. Ooh, so Peter, this round you are now drowning. Okay. You have run out of air. You couldn't hold it in. You couldn't you basically are now taking in water. Okay. So
I'm gonna grab Peter and start swimming up with him.
So yeah, Karen, you're still about 60 feet beneath him, but you're moving towards him.
Since I was with him already, I'm gonna try and pull him up as I'm going.
Okay, so yeah, you want to make an athletics check because you're already taxed with your situation.
19.
Nice. So yeah, you're able to grab Fang and start pulling him up. And we got the Cleric and Vanjie as well. We'll see how they're doing. But yeah, Ajal, you're able to get up to the surface that round holding Fang. So your head emerges, you take a big gasp of air.
I'm going to black out all that water.
The tiefling has never felt this tired before, okay? To swim with that kind of armor on and then to be trying to keep afloat with another party.
Yeah.
So you're really taxing yourself. So, but yeah, you're right by the labyrinth wall. You see this smooth wall, basically, maybe about 15 feet away from you. You're swimming there in the ocean, treading water and trying to keep Fang.
I'd like to make a perception check and see if there's any other like entrances or something. Because I know we kind of like went around it, but maybe there's a smaller one or something.
Okay. So yeah, you guys, you can go and make a perception check and let me know.
I
Vanji,
rolled a 12.
A 12. Okay.
Okay, what's up?
Just want to see what if you and the cleric pass your Constitution saves for this next round, and then
Okay,
you'll be going towards the surface.
I got a 19.
Okay.
Cleric got a 10.
Okay. So the cleric, I think he was still on his. Yeah, because he.
Yeah, he was still on because I think he had a
He was
high
still on,
constitution.
yeah.
Actually.
So he passes
Yeah, he-
just barely, but
He had plus
Karen,
2. So
go ahead.
technically it was a 12, not a 10.
Yeah. So
I got a 15.
Okay, Karen, you passed with a 15 and just barely. Okay. And Karen, you're now about 30 feet, I believe, from the surface. Banji about the same. And the cleric, he passed just barely. So the cleric emerges. He's probably to help Ajal with Fang, who is kind of passed out, right? Who's, I mean, he's not passed out, but he's like coughing and sputtering and all that. So you guys are kind of trying, if you can just make an athletics check, Ajal, to see if you can stay afloat with this kind of situation. And
So 16.
okay, so yeah, you're barely staying up above the water, but you're doing it. You
I got 14 plus 6.
Okay.
30,
Karen.
20.
And then Vanji, one last roll for you to get up out of the water. I mean, to get up to the surface here.
9.
A 9. Okay, so you're getting really close, and you start drowning as well. Same problem with Fang. So, you are drowning underwater, which basically means you're unconscious. And yeah. So
Wait, who is Vanji?
Karen, you want to make a perception check, or the cleric can make a perception check? Either one of them. But,
Tell me who's drowning first.
Vanji.
Yeah, Fire Genasi. Aaron.
Unity, yeah.
I got an 18. Is that for perception?
So yeah, Karen,
Yeah, that
you
was for
see that
perception.
he is not doing well. It looks like he's run out of oxygen and is, yeah.
So I will go in and wait. How far down is he?
He's probably about 15 feet below you when you notice he's not.
Oh.
He's not.
Yeah, I'll go get him.
Okay. So you're going back down for him. That'll take one more round of action for you to get him. And go and make an athletics check here for that. See if you can grab him.
I already did. Oh wait, those. I just rolled an 18. What was that for?
Okay,
That was perception.
that works. Oh, was that perception?
What? No, that was.
Anyway, you tell me if you've made a roll. I don't know how many.
Well, I just got 16 and it's plus 6. So.
Okay. So yeah, you swim back down and grab him and pull him up. And so now you got like basically 3 people emerged carrying 2 people that are just, not able to function, and they were drowning. So so you guys are kind of huddling near this wall, this smooth wall that doesn't really support you at all. Okay, if you grab it, your hand just kind of slides down. You're not able to grab onto anything. Okay. And I think, Peter, go and make I'll let you make a Constitution saving throw because you were just drowning for 1 round. The rules, I believe, say that you're at 0 hit points when that happens.
I got another 11.
Okay. So that means at least you're not dying. So you're good. I mean, you got the water out of your
Yay.
lungs. So they're keeping you afloat, but you're not really able to function. Vanji, go ahead and make your roll for saving throw there, for death saving throw, as you've taken in some water.
Constitution?
This is actually a death saving throw because you got to 0. You got to 0. Drowning is not fun.
Where do I make my death saving throws?
You just roll a d20 and if you get above 10, then you pass. Yeah.
This water's getting so old.
I got a 13.
Okay, so you passed. You're kind of incapacitated, unconscious, but you're not dying. So, okay. So it's the Karen, Ajal, and the Cleric now are acting. You guys are going to have to make athletics checks each round just to
Okay.
keep these two people afloat and keep yourselves afloat. But
I'm
what
gonna.
would you like to do?
I was gonna look around for any. There's two things I'm specifically looking for. If there's any place where we can kind of stop and rest without having to swim, like land on like a rock or something.
Okay.
And then if there's any entrance into the lava from up here.
Right. Okay. So yeah, as you kind of look around, get your bearings, you can definitely see the coast not too far away. I mean, you think it's possible you could swim toward the coastline, and that's a possibility. As far as like entrance or anything of that nature, you're just seeing a smooth stone wall, which is really aggravating because it's
Ugh.
so you can't really support yourself in the water with it,
I think we should go back down and go back into that tunnel we came through, and somehow avoid the shark that probably hates us now. And go back to that tunnel and then keep going down. Maybe? Or the window? I don't know.
Hmm.
You guys are feeling frustrated. I've got to plug in my charger here because I'm about to die. My laptop's dying. So 1 second. All right. So Vanji, you've got control of the cleric. Any actions he wants to take?
Let's see. What can Cleric do?
Does anyone need healing, by the way? Actually, come to think of it. Like, I'm not exactly sure how that works, but
Probably Vanjie since he's, dying.
I'm unconscious too over here.
Oh.
I don't know.
How do I know what any of these do?
Yeah. So I know the basic function of clerics is, healing, like they can do cure light wounds, for example. Any type of healing that, spell like that recovers hit points, because Fang and Vanji are both at 0 hit points right now because they were drowning.
Okay.
So those two definitely could use some help, but I think the rest of you guys are in okay shape besides the fact you're being taxed, to your
What
extremes.
Channel Divinity, Preserve Life.
Yeah, I mean, that probably wouldn't help you in this situation. Am I right? Because I think the Tiefling Paladin also has Preserve Life.
yeah, I have that. I don't have Preserve Life, actually. I have just Channel Divinity. I actually have several of them.
Yeah, there's several different things you can do. I think
Preserve Life, it says heal 25.
Yeah, heal 25 hit points. So, that is an option to get you guys at least be able to all swim, would be critical. Just, because it's kind of a difficult situation with the equipment you guys have, swimming in the ocean, and then having 2 limp bodies to carry is pretty tough.
So the shoreline, is it the shoreline to Impiltur? Or
Yeah, the city of Lirabar, the capital city, isn't too far, and it's kind of, that's where you guys came from. That's where you were staying, and yeah, this is all your kingdom. Yeah.
does anybody remember which direction that little rock was that we were hanging out on?
Yeah, if you want to make a check and to see if you can figure out where that outcropping is, if you can see it.
I made it 20.
I guess I'm
Um,
unconscious, so I can't really make checks.
I'm gonna have the
I don't know.
cleric use Detect Magic
Okay, so the cleric's using detect magic.
to see if there's anything going on with, like, the window.
Okay. Yeah, I think the window is probably out of your range at this point. You can't really see it where you're at, but you are able to, cast that spell, and you don't see anything. I mean, the labyrinth itself kind of gives off a very faint aura of magic, but it's not anything really strong. It's just kind of a presence of magic there.
Mhm.
Ajal,
wish
you
I
were looking
wasn't
around. What did you roll for
unconscious.
your perception check on that?
It was a 20.
Oh, nice. So yeah, you're able to figure out, you're pretty sure you can see that you have come around. You know how when you guys you first saw the wall and then you kind of went around the other side.
Mm-hmm.
So you're pretty positive now that you guys must have gone underneath the structure somehow, the labyrinth, and came out on that other side, that wall that was headed towards the coastline. And so, you can't see the same point where you'd entered the water, but it's not terribly far from you. So you could potentially swim in that direction. You have to go around the corner of the wall again, or you could head towards the coastline.
I'm gonna start swimming towards the place where the outcropping that we were on originally.
I'm gonna try to wake myself up if I can do that.
Right. So the tiefling, you're gonna have to make an athletics check to see if you can carry the monk as you try to swim off.
17.
Okay. Okay. And then Vanji is. Did the cleric do anything? Oh yeah, he was looking for magic. That's right.
Yeah, he did magic.
I got a 13, and I'm following him and also carrying Vanji.
Okay. So
So would that be a strength check then?
Yeah, I just do athletics because you're both swimming and that's kind of a
Okay.
combination of strength.
Oh, athletics, then that would be 19.
Yeah. So you're doing fine. You got unconscious rogue on your back and you're swimming through the water, and so you guys are headed towards back around. Let's see. I think at this point, just a second. Yeah, Karen, go and make a perception check, Karen, as you're swimming.
17.
So yeah, you're pretty sure you see the guy in the rowboat, the sergeant. He's not that far away from you guys.
Sergeant Marley.
He doesn't seem to notice you, but he is just rowing intently, kind of back towards the shoreline. So he's kind of moving diagonally the opposite direction of you guys, but he's within calling distance if you wanted to call out to him or something.
Yeah, I'm probably going to start yelling at him.
Marley! I'm unconscious. I can't do that.
All right, so you start calling out to
I think
him.
that's gonna be good. Okay. You should probably have to wait.
It takes him you don't, at first nothing happens. Then the next round, as you guys are still swimming through the water, he seems to be like looking in your direction. Okay. And then he starts rowing towards you. So
Yay.
one more round of athletics checks for the tiefling and the barbarian and the cleric, just to make sure they can keep these going afloat until the boat gets there.
No!
What happened? Your dice, of
Let me
course.
go find that.
I rolled a 10. Wait. That's a 15.
Okay. So yeah, the tiefling is doing fine. You guys are able to keep afloat. And as Sergeant Marley starts approaching you, you're pretty sure you can hear him like getting over a laughing fit or something. Like he was laughing to himself pretty hard. Okay.
I'm disappointed in you. You were supposed to be friends.
He puts his oars back on the side of the boat, positions them so he can reach over and help you guys get into the boat, and starts pulling you up. And he takes the monk and the rogue first, just pulls him up out of the water by his one hand, just throws him down in the boat. Okay. helps you guys
get the cleric.
Yeah. So you guys are able to get back into the boat.
Yay.
And he just seems like, it's like, well, you haven't beat the record, but you're close to it.
Record of what exactly? Of not beating it and returning home, or
he's like,
getting
well,
this far?
What is your choice? You guys gonna give up or are you gonna go back?
Go back. I guess I'm unconscious, so I can't say that.
I'll speak for you.
I don't think we can go back at this point. Everyone would hate me more than they already do.
No, that's depressing.
Sorry, what's that? What's your decision? Are you guys?
We're not giving up because
Okay.
I said they would hate me more than they already do.
All right. He's like, well, since I'm feeling kind this morning, I'll row you back out, but only one more time.
Aw, Peck. I have a feeling this is all going to happen over just one more time.
So he rows you guys back out to the entrance.
Care to enlighten us on how to not drown this time?
he just shakes his head. He's like,
Did you
part
even
of the test. It's all part of the test.
Did you make it past this point though? Personally?
He's like, don't you know we all make an oath? Anybody who passes the labyrinth makes an oath to never tell anything about it to anyone.
No. Okay, so you did pass the labyrinth. That's what I was asking.
Anyway, he paddles you guys back out to the general vicinity. You don't really see the stone outcropping. Apparently, the tide has already covered it up a little bit.
Great.
So it's not impossible, guys.
But he looks around. He's looking. The monk and the rogue are still unconscious. And he kind of he's like, "What do you want me to do? Throw their limp bodies into the water?"
Yeah, we have a situation.
Should we wait for them to wake up?
Yeah, can we do that, please?
The cleric
He's
needs
like,
to
"Well, we
heal
have
them
here a
something.
cleric and a paladin that don't know what they're doing, apparently."
Nope. I've never had to wake anybody up before.
He's like, you guys are too green behind the ears.
What's that supposed to mean?
Not sure what
It
that
means
means, but
you're going to get yourselves killed at this rate.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Thanks for that vote of confidence. We'll just get off here.
The cleric
Yeah, just throw my
shakes his head
dead body into the water.
and
Maybe
he
that'll
says,
wake you up.
I was going to
Good.
heal them, but there was not any grips or anything to focus myself.
So what are you saying?
The cleric is arguing. He's saying, I tried to, but there wasn't any really surfaces to grip to, so I could focus my magic.
Well, now's the time.
So he's about up to the place where he's gonna drop you off. You can tell he's looking around the water. He's like, I think it's here somewhere. Just a moment. he's still scanning for it.
I'm gonna kind of reach over, pull some water out of the ocean, kind of slowly dribble it over their faces.
Okay.
I take my shoe off and fill it with water and just dump it on their face. As if that would wake them up. They were just in the water. Never mind. I don't know.
No.
The cleric is gonna heal the monk.
Okay. Using what, like cure light wounds, or what kind of?
I have a
Preserve
potion, but I don't
life.
think it's a good idea to give that to a unconscious person. They might choke.
So what? Sorry, I missed what Vanjie was saying there.
Sorry.
Preserve life, I think.
Preserve life. Okay. So
Preserve
preserve
my
life.
life.
So he's gonna heal.
Does that do what? 25 hit points? Is that what it says?
Yep.
Okay. So, Peter, I don't know. You were at 0. I don't know what that puts you up to. Is that full hit points or?
My max is 33, so almost.
Okay. So you suddenly burst back into consciousness, and
Yay!
you are up and moving again. And the rogue is still unconscious. He's not dead, but he is passed out. The paladin, do you want to do anything for him or cleric? it looks like he has now found the spot, and he's kind of looking at you guys, waiting to see what you're going to do.
Oh, wait. Oh, okay, never mind. It doesn't actually seem I have many healing abilities. Mine are like lesser. Restoration is what I have, but that's not really healing. That's like get rid of disease and such. So, but I do have a potion. Would that work?
A potion should work, yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna give that to Vanji.
Okay. So you start pouring that into his mouth. At first, he kind of thinks he's choking on it because he's, was drowning before. Okay. But it does take an effect. And it looks like, so yeah, you're going to get, Vanji wakes up with about 10 hit points from this healing potion. Okay.
Okay, let's go.
So he sees you guys are all conscious. He says, "Are you ready?"
Yes.
So,
You guys should have left me down there. I'd rather die than knowing that we
Aren't you just a ray of sunshine? Okay, let's go.
Okay.
Let's
Okay.
go.
The guy in the boat, Sergeant Marley, speaks the words he spoke before. You guys see this lid opening up about halfway over the ocean.
Wait, Dad, what did he say specifically? You have to say it.
No, I can't. It's in a language you've never heard before. It's unspeakable.
Well, you must have heard, otherwise you wouldn't know. So just demonstrate.
No.
I won't
So
even
we-
try. Anyway, the door opens up about halfway. You can see like half of the door coming up over the waves. So you know what's beneath, but you're gonna have to dive in and just hold your breaths.
Hmm.
You ready?
Yeah.
Sure.
Let's go. And
Okay.
don't stick your hands in that fire.
You guys all
It hurts.
take a deep breath and you jump back in. Describe your actions as you dive in. What are you?
I'm
I'm
going
I
to
probably am swimming.
downward as fast as possible.
I'm gonna kind of like arrow point myself a little bit. Just it'll make me go faster. Yes, like that.
All right, so the tiefling goes down probably the fastest, and you see that the metal plate it's back where it started. You guys are starting from
How did that happen?
okay. So you want to take the same plan of
Yeah,
Push,
we're gonna
push,
take the
push,
same
push,
plan.
push.
okay.
Yeah.
So jumping up and down on top of this thing with the heavy people. Just go and make an general athletics check for all of you to see if you can get this open on the first round.
18.
I got a natural 20 plus 6, so
Nice.
Good job.
13.
Okay, so with the tiefling and maybe the cleric on top of this
I got a
metal
7.
plate, Karen, you just maybe you take your axe and use it like a crowbar and you just kind of pry the whole metal plate just shifts around. Okay. So you guys got it open in the first round. That's round 1. Not bad. Round 2, you can start diving through the space and diving down into the tunnel.
Going first.
Okay. So Fang is going first,
Fast.
and followed by who?
I'm going second.
Okay. So Vanji's going with.
we never even discussed what we're doing. Like, are we going down still? Are we going out the tunnel again?
No,
Can't
why
discuss
would
it
we
right
do
now.
that? Why would
It's
we go out the
underwater.
tunnel again?
How about any round of discussion? I'll just cut off a round of your air.
I'll mute myself.
All you can do is declare actions at this point because you guys have no way to communicate underwater except by pointing. Okay.
Gosh dang it.
So Fang and Vanji are going down first. And again, I think just making athletics check if you want to do your full range of movement as fast as you can, unless you're carrying over 100 pounds. If you're carrying over 100 pounds, you just kind of,
Oh, got a dirty 20.
wow, not bad. Okay, so you guys get closer to, you see these glowing lights below you again.
Wait, so I just went 80 feet
Wisdom.
underwater,
That's
right? Is that
No.
right?
full range of movement would still be half of your regular, so it'd be 40
Okay.
feet is full range. Yeah.
I went in with him, so do I have to make any athletic checks?
It depends on your weight. I think for those of you who are carrying less than 100 pounds, you do need to make an athletics check, yeah, to go at your highest speeds.
I got a dirty 20.
Nice. Okay, so you guys are moving down real good speed. You get close to the lights again. Go ahead and make a wisdom saving throw again as you approach the light. Okay.
Don't stick your hand in it, guys.
15.
Oh, I almost got a 20, but I got a
13.
9.
Wait, so if this is wisdom, then that'll be -1, so 13.
Okay. So yeah, I think that Vanjie's the only one that didn't pass that one. So Vanjie,
Oh, well,
you're
+1, so it's 10.
still too low. Sorry.
These are a fire
So-
tendency. Well, it might be magical fire.
So
never
as
mind.
you go down and you're
Fire.
interested, all of a sudden you become interested, more like almost like a scientific question. You're wondering, am I going to be hurt by this or not? You know.
We will wait to find out.
So you touch it, and you have fire resistance, correct?
Yep.
Yeah. So you only take half damage, so you're only going to get 1 point of fire damage from that after it's halved. Okay. So it does burn you though. You do feel it's definitely hot. It's like a blue flame underwater, burning underwater. Okay. And the rest of you, are you going to go
mad.
to down the same tunnel or try to go beneath to the 30 feet underneath that one?
I'd
Bunny.
say beneath this time because I'm not exactly
Yeah.
sure how else to get past that.
Okay. All right. So you guys dive down deeper into the ocean, into this tunnel. As you approach the second light, you're all going to have to make wisdom saving throws again.
Ah, good.
There's something magical about these. They're
15.
alluring.
8
16.
7.
Oh, no, it's
Okay,
carrying
so
that.
if you get beneath the 10 on that, you are going to touch it.
Really? I
I
put my
got on
hair.
that 20.
Not your hair again.
Karen, you get 6 points of fire damage from this thing as you test it. You're like, well, it won't hurt me. You put your hand into it a little bit. And it definitely hurts, and that wakes you up. But you guys are able to, assuming you're passing your athletics checks, which should be pretty easy. Just let me know if you get like a crit fail on those. But if you get beneath a 10 on the athletics, you're just slowed down a little bit. You're a little bit behind the others. Okay.
Yeah.
But you're all able to swim down. So you get to this next tunnel and you start going down this tunnel. And this one, it seems like it's, you're going in only about 10 feet and then it starts going back up.
Yay!
That might not be a good sign. It might be like a dead end.
Oh, yeah. That's even
So
worse.
you guys
Dang it.
start swimming upward
Probably jinxed us.
and just go and make athletics checks again. Just tell me what you get above a 10.
Oh, yeah, I don't need to make.
Got a 5.
5.
I got a 3, but +6. What the heck is that? 9?
9.
Okay. So you're just slowed down a little bit. I think
Got a
because you
7
guys are
+4, so 11.
okay. So yeah, your oxygen levels are still pretty good at this point. So you're slowed down a bit, some of you, but the rest of you are keep going. And whoever's leading the group, I'm not sure who that would be at this point.
Yeah,
'cause his distance-
changed because my armor would slow me down when we're going upwards this time.
That's true.
So I would be original at first, but not at this point.
Yeah. So yeah, Fang, as you're coming up, you can see there is some kind of light ahead, up above. It seems like a natural light, like a sunlight,
I love natural light.
but it is quite a, it's quite a long tunnel going up, and it takes another couple rounds of swimming upward.
Mhm.
And Fang finds himself at the top, gasping for air. And Fang, you're the first one up. The rest of you are not very far behind. Okay. What's that?
Karen's eating cookies without me.
Oh, cookies.
Um,
Anyway, he's gonna not know what's happening, but the rest of you are right behind him, basically, maybe 10 or 15 feet behind. And as you're coming up to the surface, Fang, as you come up, you see several you've seen these people, you call them frog people. There's several frog people standing
That's creative.
around this opening. Okay. They're
Look, guys,
standing on
focus.
stone. Around you, you see like stone walls. So you're pretty sure you're inside the labyrinth. Still open air, like the sun is, sunlight up from above, which isn't really able to reach, the direct sunlight isn't able to reach this point, but you have like the light of the sky overhead. And these 3 frog people, which more of them behind them, are coming up, and they are all pointing spears right at your head. They're not attacking you yet,
That's pleasant.
but as the rest of you are coming up, you get to roll initiative. And maybe
18.
18. Okay.
For initiative, you just roll a regular d20, no modifiers.
There is.
I got a natural 20,
Nice.
so 22.
Okay.
Wait, there's initiative modifier?
What are we rolling for?
So there are initiative modifiers. Yeah, usually we'll
Oh.
say.
That would make mine a 19 then.
Okay.
Initiative. Where can I find my initiative?
That's I don't know because you're using the PDF on the Cleric, but for
Yeah, but for Vanji.
it's just kind of in the middle next to armor class.
Ah, okay. I knew that. I got a dirty 20.
Okay. Nice. So despite the
And the cleric, let's see what he gets.
despite their preparation, it looks like the majority of you are able to at least declare an action and take an action first.
Ooh, -1. So he got a 16.
That's still pretty good. So yeah, you guys, you will, Peter, I think is first, right? You got the highest roll, and then it will be Ajal. What would you like to do? We'll just go in a kind of a clockwise motion here.
I'm gonna say, we come in peace. Do not stab our heads.
I got a 20 as well. A dirty 20 for Vanji, and the cleric was 16.
So how about Ajal? What would you like to do? Because Fang is
Mhm.
talking. They're just kind of, they're talking in their language. I don't know if any of you know their language. Probably don't. I'm guessing.
Yeah, who speaks frog?
Is that literally what it's called?
This is, let me look at the real name here. 1 second. They're called Kuatoa. Okay, Kuatoa. You guys call them frog people.
You guys-
So I don't think any of you know the language Kuatoa, right?
Yeah.
I can start speaking Infernal at them.
So they seem to be fairly hostile. I mean, they're kind of, moving their spears at you. They're not like stabbing you yet, but they're trying to keep you back. And you guys see two coming up behind. They seem like they have a large net.
I'm sorry, I need some elaboration on frog people. Like, are they just people with frog legs or frog tongues, frog eyes?
So Kuatoa are
Okay, that's
basically
frog.
humanoid frogs. They can walk around. Okay.
They're just frogs standing on their back legs.
Yeah.
Oh.
They're large. They're about, they're not large creatures, but they're medium sized. And, 2 of them are coming up behind with a net. It looks like they're getting ready to throw it down on you guys. Okay. The
I
rest-
think
If you
not.
throw that net on me, you will be very, very sorry. I am not happy. Not happy.
So Karen, any other action from
We
you?
did not come all this way to get captured by frog people.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jenny, I just said that.
Okay. So Peter, go and make a because you're trying to say you come in peace, right? Persuasion check, I
Mhm.
guess. Go and make a persuasion check. See if they take you up on that offer.
Frogs cannot be reckoned with. They're hostile, as Dad mentioned.
That's probably true.
Dang it. Got a 4.
Okay. Something about the language barrier there just kind of gets in the way.
Yeah, he's a terrible negotiator. Let me do it.
They think
Okay,
I'm
so
saying
they-
like you're a bad noodle or something.
You guys are all
Oddly specific.
took your action. This net comes hurling up and comes down, lands on your
Dang it.
faces. Okay. So they just
not
had a
mention
natural
my
20
face.
on their roll for throwing this net. Okay.
Great.
So it comes down and kind of lands on all of your heads and your faces, as you're coming up out of the water. And the rest are just you see the rest kind of circle around with their spears. So there's about 7 of these frog people around the opening now with spears pointed at you. And you guys have a net now over your faces. And
I'm gonna rip the net.
Can we light the net
If
on,
I can do
can I
that.
light the net on fire?
Okay. So go ahead and make rolls on. We'll start with Fang, and we're just going clockwise, same initiative, but Fang and then Jal and then
Strength,
Van.
right?
Yeah.
Unrelated question. Am I still glowing?
Yeah, I think that's still, you still have a light spell on you. Yeah.
Oh, great. Okay, thanks.
Go ahead and tell me your
I
roll.
got a
Fang.
dirty 20.
Nice. So yeah, you just kind of start tearing this net, right? A big hole in it.
I'm gonna go into a rage.
You're gonna go into a rage, okay?
Perfect timing.
So the barbarian starts.
They asked for it. We tried to
Describe.
negotiate.
Do you want to describe what you do when you go into a rage
Yes.
and what that looks like?
Is there like limits on what I can do?
Tell me what you want to do. But let's
Okay.
get back to Ajal and Vanji first. Sorry, we skipped them.
Yeah, can you also, sorry, real quick, can you also like explain to me again, like where are we and where are the frog people? Like what are they standing on?
Yeah, so you guys just came up out of an opening, it's like a round opening. They're all on solid stone, and you see these great big gray walls around them. They're basically in a passageway that looks about 15 feet wide. Open air above, but it's about maybe 20 feet above, maybe 25 feet above them. You see, open sky. You're in the labyrinth,
Hmm.
but it's not underground. It's open air. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Makes sense.
Okay.
Me.
Vanji, what's your action? You're burning a hole. Did you roll for that damage?
Yeah, I'm burning a freaking hole in this freaking net.
Okay. Go
I got a
ahead, roll on it.
15.
Nice. Yeah, you definitely hit it. Easy to hit. Just roll for your damage and see how much of the net is left.
Oh.
Sorry, I had to check what something did.
Okay, so yeah, you definitely burn a hole in the net, even though it's wet. It kind of this awful stench comes up as you singe this hole in the net. Okay, so you're able to pass through the net.
No, what's the net made out of?
Some kind of weird, old
Gooey.
like a combination of stuff woven together, but some of it's probably kelp. Even some of it, it's not a very strong net. Okay. And then Karen, you go into a rage. It's you now. What action you want to take? I mean, you can. That's a free, basically a bonus action to go into rage. So, what would you like to do?
I don't know why, but I'm feeling sympathy for these frog people. So I won't murder them yet. I'll just rip the net open, jump out of the water, and wait. So they're like standing in a circle around us?
Yeah, there's about
Yes.
7 of them that surround you. They have their spears pointed at you. It seems that they want to.
Okay, so the first one I'm going to chop its head off, and then
Okay, well, first action you got to get through the net and then get up out of the water, right? So that's
I guess that first.
action. Yeah.
Do I have to roll for that?
I mean, I guess the other potential is you could try to throw your axe, but you got to get through the net.
No, that's boring.
So yeah, try and make a strength check or an attack against the net. Either way.
I got a natural 20 plus 3, so 23 plus a rage.
So you, are you using axe or just your fists, or what are you doing to get out of the net?
I'm going to tear it open with my hands, and
Okay.
then I'm going to jump out with my hands.
So yeah, you're able to get up, Karen. You're able to rip a hole in the net and to pull yourself up out, and that you're able to take that action before they can attack. They are going to be making attacks on you guys, so just check your armor class for me here. Peter, they get a 13 to hit. Does that hit you?
I have 13.
Nice. With the cleric,
Equipment.
I think they hit the cleric because they got an 18 plus 3, so that's probably 21 to hit the cleric. A 20, a dirty 20 for against Ajal. And wow, that
Who
rolled.
goes there?
I like
What's
this
the
die.
cleric's armor?
Just another 18, man. They just hit Vanjie with a spear.
What?
But the one that was right by Karen just got a natural 1. Okay, natural 1. So
Maybe
he
he's scared.
actually
My other armor is
spears.
11.
Okay. He actually spears his partner's web foot on accident. So for those of you, I think you all got a spear wound except for Karen.
Jimmy, what are you doing?
So Peter, oh no, I just missed Peter, right?
Yeah.
So for Ajal, that's a 4 plus 2, so 6 points of piercing damage for Ajal, and 3 points against Vanjie of piercing damage from these spears as they jab them into you.
Okay, they asked for it.
And now, I think, should we go one more round and then stop, or do you
Yes,
guys?
we don't come in peace.
We're running out of time. Do you guys want to go one more round of action?
One
and then-
more round.
Yeah, definitely.
All right. So starting with Fang, you've torn a hole in the net, and one of these guys tried to stab you with a spear. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna tear a hole in him. Just kidding. I'm gonna punch him
Okay.
in the face, hard.
All right. So make your attack. You're going to.
Hello? Hello?
Can you hear us, Karen?
Hello? Hello? Hello?
Karen, we
I
can
can
hear
hear
you.
you. Wait. Yeah. What'd you say?
So it'll go Fang, then Ajal, then Vanjie, the cleric, and then Karen is last.
Got a 12.
A 12. Okay. So their armor class, let me just check. I think that's going to hit. Let me double check though. Oh, that's just going to miss, but he kind of
Dang.
maybe parries with his spear or something. So that is a miss. To Ajal, what would you like to do?
I'm gonna kind of. I don't think I've even leapt out of the water yet. I don't think I've done anything for the past 2 rounds.
Sorry, did I skip you inadvertently?
Yes, I think so.
I'm sorry.
It's fine. I'm gonna get out of the water, I guess, or I guess we could pretend I already did or something, and use my sword. But I'd also like to draw my shield, I think.
Okay, so you want to get up out of the water and get your weapons and shield already. Okay. So that, yeah, I'll because I skipped you last round. Let's say that just make an athletics check to see if you can get away from that net. Maybe like dive under and then come back up or near the edge or something.
18.
Okay. So yeah, that gets you up out of the water, and you've got your shield drawn and your sword. And then if you want to take an action still, I'll let you do that. So,
Yeah, I want to attack whoever's closest.
Okay.
The frog people.
yeah, go make an attack roll on that. And then Vanjie.
That is a 15.
15. Okay, that hits. Roll your damage.
What do I use to roll damage? Because I remember it was like a different die than
I think it's a D10 if you're using it one-handed. Your long
Yes,
sword.
I'm using one-handed.
And you will get a strength bonus if you get any strength bonus on that.
That is, wait, D10, right?
Yeah.
Let's see that it is. All right, that's an 8 plus 2, which is a 10.
Okay. Yeah, you cut a big gashing hole in its side, and this weird kind of black blood starts oozing out of it. Okay. Vanjie, it's to you.
I'm tossing my dagger into the one that hit me's forehead.
Okay. Go make your attack roll.
I got a dirty 20.
Wow. So Vanjie, because the paladin is adjacent there, you can add on your what is that bonus? I think it's like 3d6, right? For your rogue. Okay. So roll your
3d6.
damage and then roll 3d6 to add on to that. Yes.
Okay. Damage is 4. 2, 3. 15. So I
Okay.
did 19 in damage.
So you, in fact, yeah, you definitely accomplished your goal. You accomplished your goal. Okay. That Kuatoa is no longer a problem. We're to
Good.
Karen.
Heck yeah. Okay. So I dodge an attack from a frogman, stab him in the chest, and then I whip around and cut another one's head off with my axe.
Okay, so you are in you've been attacked. You're still in your frenzy, or you're not in frenzy, but in rage, right? Okay. Go ahead. You get 2 attacks, so go ahead and roll those 2 attacks, Karen.
You mean 2 more, or like roll for the ones I already did?
Those,
Yeah, you kind of have to roll to see if you hit.
Can't
That's
just
part of the
make
rules.
yourself
Sorry.
hit.
13. And is it like strength or dexterity, or what do I like?
Definitely get a bonus. I think yours is probably, yeah, you definitely hit. If you roll the 13, you hit. What's your second roll?
And then 17.
Okay, so 2 hits, and roll your damage. I think that the axe
Can
is
you roll a 20 dice for that? I don't know.
D12 plus your damage. It should say on your sheet there what your weapon does. Yeah. Each of your weapons should indicate like what you do for damage. In fact, you can actually roll. If you use D&D Beyond, you can have it tell you what you got.
Yep.
Super easy.
It's very nice when it loads.
Right, when it loads. Exactly. While she's doing this, figuring out this damage, the remaining Kuatoa are attacking you guys. One against Fang. Misses. Missed against Ajal. Looks like a hit against Vanji again. For
Seriously?
only four points
What
of
about the
piercing.
cleric? The cleric hasn't done anything yet.
Oh yeah, what is the cleric doing?
So the
Maybe
cleric.
Maybe he's like
Notice-
tangled in the net or something.
He's a pacifist. No, I'm just kidding.
Actually, I don't know. His character might be.
What does he have? He's chaotic good, so he's not necessarily passive.
That's true.
Oh, yeah.
He has a light crossbow. He has a mace. What? He's gonna rip the net open too.
All right.
Again.
Is he gonna have 2 actions because we skipped him twice?
We'll give
Or is
him
he just gonna have the
give
one?
him that.
Okay, just wondering. And that's a strength, correct?
Yeah.
He rolled a net 20. He just
Nice.
rips right out of it. You just
Yeah,
see
the
this
net is
cleric go,
no longer.
"Oh!"
It's gone. It's totally it's just destroyed. So for that, he does get a spear wound though of 7 points of piercing damage. For the
Yikes.
cleric, the cleric gets 7 points. Vanji got 4 for piercing, and then Karen, the attack against you misses, and
So 31.
it is back to. Well, I think we're going to leave it at that. Except Karen, what did you roll for damage? I never heard your damage rolls.
I didn't. I still have no idea what you're talking about.
Well, that will be our cliffhanger for this week. This is what the barbarian actually did with damage. Okay. All right, guys, we're going to end there for tonight. Well
I'm
done. You are now
basically
in the
dead.
labyrinth,
Someone
and
save
you're
me.
all
Yay.
alive at present. So
Oh joy.
that's good news. And thanks so much, guys. Well done. We'll see you next time.
All right.
See
See ya.
ya.
Thanks.
Bye.
See ya.